Share my screen also. So please check once whether my screen is visible to you or not. May I start my session? May I start my session? Okay, in the last class, we are discussing about how we are recovering the data and what is a log-based recovery. So these type of topics we discussed in the last class. Okay, now today we try to discuss about the second part of the fifth unit. Okay, so that is nothing but we are based upon to the how we are storing the data, how we are retrieving the data. Okay, before going to that, just I'm explaining about the ARIES algorithm. In the last class, I'm explaining this. Okay, what is the meaning of ARIES algorithm for recovery, isolation, and exploiting the semantics? So nothing but here in this algorithm, we are using some semantics. Those are used for to exploiting and recovering the data from the failures. Okay, which type of steps are here we are used? So basically, for any recovery, we are using only 3 steps. Those are nothing but analysis phase, redo phase, and undo phase. In the case of analysis phase, we are observing which are active at the time of occurrence of the crash. Okay, at the same time, which are not active at the time of occurrence of the crash. Okay, which are already active. So that means which are already committed to the disk. So those are we are repeating those type of actions. So that means we are able to recover those transactions with the help of checkpoints. Okay, and another one undo. So nothing but here which are not active at the time of occurrence. So crash occurrence. So those are so nothing but performing the undone. So nothing but removing from the buffer. So that is the in this type of way we are recover the data from the failures. Okay, so next topic is B plus tree. Okay, B plus tree we also know about. So what is a tree? Let's just wait 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, I hope all of the members able to see in the screen clearly. Okay, first of all, we try to discuss about what is nothing but a collection of nodes at the right side for the root node. Okay, so that is nothing but a tree structure. So we also know about that some hierarchy is maintained. So in the case of B plus tree, so it is also referred as a balanced binary search tree. Okay, so if you observe here on the screen, the B plus tree is a balanced binary search tree. It follows a multi-level index format. In the B plus tree, leaf nodes denote actual points. Okay, B plus tree ensures that all leaf nodes remain at the same height. So that means all these leaf nodes are maintained at the same height in the case of B plus tree. Okay, in the B plus tree, the leaf nodes are linked using linked list. So therefore, a B plus tree can support random access as well as sequential access. In the last class also, I'm saying about this. When we are able to retrieve one by one. So if you are maintain some sequence, for example, we want to retrieve the 10th record. So first of all, we need to retrieve the one, next retrieve the two, next retrieve the three, next retrieve the four, until so our required record. Okay, so if we are using this manner, so it is nothing but a sequential access. So in the case of random access means nothing but we are randomly select one node. So then verify whether it is our required node or not. So in some type of situations, we are based upon to the sequential access. In some type of situations, we are based upon to the random access. Okay, B plus tree can be giving the support for random access. At the same time, it will be reducing the searching entries. So nothing but space is reduced. So nothing but improving efficiency to retrieve our required record from that particular tree structure. Okay. Now try to observe once structure of B plus tree. So in the B plus tree, every leaf node is at equal distance from the root node. So that means here, if you are observing in the case of B plus tree, every leaf node so maintains the same distance from the root node. So that means all leaf nodes maintain at the same level. At the same time, all leaf nodes maintain at the same distance also. So the B plus tree is of the order n, where n is fixed for every B plus tree. So it contains an internal node and a leaf node. So that means if you are observing here, so this is the B plus tree structure. Okay. So here, so if you observe pointers, so nothing but points to some elements. So nothing but, for example, if you are consider this tree structure, so D and G are the root nodes. So which are less than the D. So those are maintained at the left side. So those are we can easily observe through these pointers. So nothing but it will be giving the address. At the same time, so which type of which is having the highest values are equal values with the D. So those are maintained at the right side node. Okay, so in the same way G is also same thing. So which are less than the G, so those are maintained at the left side. Which are greater than the G, so those are maintained at the right side. So in this type of way, the structure is maybe connecting like this. The next internal node, so an internal node of the B plus tree can contain at least n by 2 record pointers, except that root node. So at most an internal node of the tree contains n pointers. So nothing but here we are considered n pointers. At the same time, n by 2 record pointers. Okay. So next leaf node. The leaf node of the B plus tree can contain at least n by 2 record pointers and n by 2 key values. At most leaf node contains n record pointers and n key values. Every leaf node of the B plus tree contains one block pointer P to point the next leaf node. Okay. So then how we are searching this? For example, if you are observing this, please try to observe this B plus tree diagram. So if you are observing here, 25, 50, 75 is there. Okay, which are less than the 25, those are maintained at the left side node. So which are greater than the 25, so those are maintained at the right side of the 25. At the same time, which are less than for the 50, so those are also maintained at the left side. So that means simply we can observe, so the left pointer always points, so the less than the current node value. So which are less than this, so those are maintained at the left side pointer. So which are greater than this, so those are maintained at right side of the pointer. Okay, if you observe here, simple. So 25. So if you observe what are the nodes here, 5, 10, 15, 20. So all these are the less than the 25. I'm right. So in the same way, so 25, 30, 35, 40. So these are greater than or equal to this node. So that's why maintained at the right side. Okay, now for example, if we want to search a particular record in the B plus tree, then how we are performing the search? Suppose we want to search 55 in the below B plus tree structure. First, we will fetch for intermediary node, so which will direct to the leaf node that can contain record for 55. So, for example, here we need to search 55 now. So where we are searching that, so that is the right side of the 50. Okay, so then we are directly goes to the this leaf and verifying. So one by one. So the if you are observing here, 55 is there. I'm right or not? So in this type of we are find out our required record. For example, if we want to find out the 30, then how we can find out that, so greater than the 25. So that's why So right side pointer of the 25. So or maybe the less than pointer of the 50 side. So that can be used to easily find out our required record. I'm right or not? So that means here easily we are performing the search based upon to the root node. Okay. So next, how we are inserting the value. For example, if we want to insert record 60. Okay, if we want to record insert 60, where we are inserting the 60 actually, so that is greater than the 50. Am right? So that's why here we need to place between them 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. But here if you are observe here, each and every node having only 4 values. So that's why, so we need to insert the particular, so nothing but one of the node will be so inserted here. So then if you observe, so then the diagram is like this. So originally we want to insert 60 is here, then so 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. I'm right. So but each and every node having the only 4 values only. So that's why here, so we need to move one of the data item moves to the root node. Okay, so then 25, 50, 60. Okay, 60, 75. Then which are less than the 60, so those are maintained at the one row. So if you observe, please diagram once. So if you observe here, so originally the diagram is like this. Okay, 25, 50, 60, 75. So then if you observe here, so which are less than the 60, so those are maintained at the left side of the 60, and which are greater than or equal to this value, so then those are maintained at so right side of the 60. Okay, so for example, if we want to delete one node from the b plus tree, for example, here we want to delete the 60 from this, so then this 60 is eliminated and this 60 is eliminated. Then so these two data items placed into the previous block. I hope all of the members able to understood this. So that means how we are performing the insertion, how we are performing the deletion, and how we are performing the searching also. Okay, just to try to see. Uh, so how we are deleting the item. Suppose we want to delete 60 from the above example. In this case, we have to remove 60 from the intermediary node as well as from the fourth leaf node too. So if we remove it from the intermediary node, so then tree will not satisfy the rule of b plus tree. So we need to modify the balanced tree after deleting the 60 from the above b plus tree and rearranging the nodes. It will be shown as follows. So nothing but here we need to maintain some balanced binary search tree. Okay. Okay, our next topic is file organization. I hope all of the members are able to understood this. So how to we are nothing but how we are inserting the elements into a b plus tree. Okay, what is a b plus tree? Okay, how we are performing the search and how we are performing the deletion. So in the exam point of view, maybe giving this some example. So in which type of way you are searching some particular data item from the b plus search tree. In the same way, how we are deleting some data items from the search tree. Then what is the result? So just to try to practice some of the examples, okay, in the next class. So now we try to continue the another topic, okay. So that is file organization. What is a file? File is nothing but a collection of records. Using primary key, we can access the records. So nothing but here, we also know about what is the purpose of primary key. Primary key is used for to find out the uniquely identify the data from the database. Okay, the type and frequency of access can be determined by the type of file organization which was used for given set of records. Okay, file organization is a logical relationship among various records. This method defines how file records are mapped onto the disk blocks. So nothing but here the file organization is nothing but a logical relationship among various records. So file is nothing but a collection of records. At the same time, it is a logical relationship among the various records. This method defines how file records are mapped onto the disk blocks. So nothing but files are also belongs to the secondary storage device. Okay, file organization is used to describe the way in which the records are stored in terms of blocks and the blocks are placed on the storage medium. Okay. The first approach to map the database to file is to use the several files and store only one fixed length record in any given file. Okay, so the first approach is to map the database to the file is to use the several files and store only one fixed length of in any given file. So an alternative approach is to structure of files so that we can contain multiple length for the record. So nothing but here we are storing the details of the files in the disks. So maybe one of the approach is we are using same length. So only for fixed length of the files only we are able to allow. Okay, another type of approach is nothing but we are allow multiple length of the records also. Files of fixed length records are easier to implement than the files of variable. In the case of fixed length records, we need not to verify each and every time. But in the case of variable length of the records, we try to see so whether it is crossing the memory limit or not. Okay. So objective of file organization. What is the main objective? So it contains an optimal selection of records. That is, records can be selected as fast as possible. So to perform insertion, deletion, updation, transaction on the records should be quick and easy. So the duplicate records cannot be induced as a result of insert and update and delete. So for a minimal cost of storage, records should be stored efficiently. So nothing but here, so by the main advantages or maybe the main objective of the file organization is it contains an optimal selection of records. So that is the records can be selected as fast as possible. So that means we can retrieve our required file so within the time. So to perform insertion, deletion, updation on the operations on the records, and we are easily performing these operations on the files. Okay, next the duplicate records cannot be nothing but generated. So when we are performing insertion, deletion, updation on the files, we are using minimal cost of storage. Please just wait 1 minute. Okay, sorry for the disturbance. Okay, so minimal cost of storage record should be stored efficiently. So that means here we are using so less cost is used for to maintaining the data storage. At the same time, we are easily retrieving the data and we are not forming any type of the duplicated data. So when we are using the files, okay, the types of files organization. Okay, so different types of file organizations are used here. File organization contains various methods. These particular methods have pros and cons on the basics of access or the selection. So nothing but pros and cons means nothing but advantages and disadvantages. So basics on the access. So nothing but maybe some of them may be based upon to the sequential access. Some of them may be based upon to the random access. Some of them may be based upon to the direct access. So nothing but here. So how we are retrieving the data. So that is based upon to the so nothing but one of the category. Okay, how we are nothing but we are able to retrieve the data. In the file organization, the programmer decides the best suited file organization, the method according to his requirement. So generally, so these type of organizations are here we are considered. So please try to observe once. So those are sequential file organization, heap file organization, hash file organization, and so index file organization. Okay, so if you these are the our syllabus. Okay, so our second part of the our 15 it. Okay, so now we try to see one by one sequential file organization, heap file organization, hash file organization, b plus 3 file organization, and another one indexed sequential access method and cluster file organization. So sequential file. Okay, so sequential file, I think the name is in place. So this method is easiest method for file organization. In this method, files are stored sequentially. So the method can be implemented in two types of ways. So one of the way is file method, and another type of method is so nothing but sorted file method. Okay, so one is the file method and another one is the sorted file method. So in the case of file method, it is a quite simple method. In this method, we store the record in a sequence, that is one after another. Here, the record will be inserted in the order in which they are inserted into the tables. In case of updating or deleting of any record, the record will be searched in the memory blocks. When it is found, then it will be marked for deleting and new record is inserted. So nothing but if you observe here, starting of the file and this is the ending of the file. So here each and every time we are inserted in the sequential way. So nothing but one after another. Okay. For example, if we want to insert a new record, suppose we have four records R1, R3, and so on up to R9. So R9 and R8. Okay, in a sequence. So hence records are nothing but a row in the table. Suppose we want to insert a new record R2 in the sequence, then it will be placed at the end of the file. Here records are nothing but a row in any table. So nothing but if you observe here, so R1 is there, R3 is there, R9 is there, R8 is there. So this is the starting of the file. Okay, this is the ending of the file. So now inserting one record. So nothing but this is same like as queue. Okay, so next R2 is added here. So nothing but so here we are not based upon to the any type of the sorting. Just only we are based upon to the time of arrival. For example, if R1 is initially entered into the queue, so then that is placed at the first place. So next R3, next R9, next R8, next R2. So next another item. So nothing but here we are adding the items to the this file. Okay, sequential file, but here we are not verifying the values of the file. Okay, so at this time of situation we are not able to easily retrieve the data from the file method. Okay, so next sorted file method. In this method the new record is always inserted at the files and then it will sort the sequence in ascending order or descending order. So sorting of these records is based upon the primary key or any other key. So in the case of modifications of any record, it will update the record and then sort the file, and lastly the update record is placed at the right place. Okay, if you observe here, so starting of the node is R1 and another node is R3. So next R9 and R8. Okay, so now we want to insert one record. So if you observe here, so R2 is added here. So then that will be placed at the in the so nothing but here we are using the sorting order. Okay, in the case of file method, we are directly inserting the element into the file organization, but here we are performing the some sorting. So and identify the which is the best location to locate that particular data item. Okay, if you observe here R1, R3, R6, R7. Now we are inserting R2. So then that is also under in okay under into the file organization. Okay, next. So what are the advantages of sequential file organization? So it contains a fast and efficient method for huge amounts of data. In this method, so files can be easily sending. In this method, files can be easily stored in cheaper storage mechanism like magnetic tapes. Okay, so it is simple in design. It requires no much effort of store store the data. Okay, this method is used to when the most the records have to be accessed like grade calculation of a student, generating the salary slip. So this method is used for reporting generation or statistical calculations. Please just wait 1 minute. Okay, up to now we are nothing but observing the advantages of sequential file organization. So nothing but this is the fast and efficient method for huge amount of data. So nothing but here we are easily we are searching our required data. In this method, files can be easily stored. So in cheaper storage mechanism like magnetic tapes. So it is simple design. It requires no much of effort to store in the data. So this method is used when most of the records have to be accessed like accessor like grade calculation of a student, generating the salary slip, etc. So nothing but here we are, for example, we want to find out who are greater than the 60 and what is the greater than salary of 30. So like this. So this type of search is easily we are performed. Okay, this method is used for report generation and or statistical calculations. Okay, cons of sequential file organization. It will waste the time as we can't jump further another particular record that is required, but we have to move sequentially, which takes our time. Sorted file method takes more time and space for sorting the record. So nothing but here, so occurring the time consumption. So for retrieving the data at the same time, inserting the data also. So in the case of pile file method, we can easily insert, but we can't easily retrieve. But in the case of sorted file method, we are not easily insert, but we can easily retrieve. Okay. So next, we try to discuss about the heap file organization. Okay, so it is the simplest method and most basic type of organization. It works with the data and blocks. In heap file organization, the records are inserted in the files end. So when the records are inserted, it doesn't require sorting and ordering of records. When the data block is full, the new record is stored some other block. So this new data block need not to be so the very next data block, but it can select any data block in the memory. So to store new record, to heap file is also known as a unordered file. So in the file, every record has a unique ID and every page in a file of the same size. It is the DBMS responsibility to store and manage the new records. Okay. For example, so heap file organization is like this. For example, if you observe this here, so some data records are there and those type of records in the memory. Okay, so nothing but these are usually like as some indexing. So this is the data block 1 and this is the data block 2 and this is the data block 3. Suppose we have 5 records R1, R3, R6. Okay, so we have R1, R3, R5, R6. So next in a heap, and suppose we want to insert new record R2 in a heap. If the data block is 3 is full, then it will be inserted in any one of the database selected by the DBMS. Let's data block 1. So nothing but here. So if you observe, so we want to insert a new record R2 in a heap. So what about the R2? Suppose we want to insert a new record R2 into heap. If the data block 3 is full, then it will be inserted in any one of the database selected by the DBMS. Let's data block 1. Okay. So if you are observe here, so R2 new record is there, so that will be placed at the data block. Okay, please just wait 1 minute. Okay, if you observe here, so now R2 is connected to the data block 1. Okay, if we want to search, update or delete the data in heap file organization, then we need to traverse the data from starting of the file till we get the requested record. If the database is very large, then searching, updating or deleting of the record will time consuming because there is no sorting or ordering of the records. In the heap file organization, we need to check all the data until we get the requested record. So in this type of manner, we are storing the records in the heap file. So it is a very good method of the file organization for bulk insertion. If there is a large number of data which needs to load the database at a time, in this method it is best suited. So in case of small database, fetching and retrieving of records is faster than sequential file record. So then the drawbacks of heap file organization is this method is inefficient for the large database because it takes time to search or modify the record. So this method is inefficient for large databases. Okay, next type of file organization is hash file organization. Okay, so up to now we are discussing about the two types of file organizations. One is the sequential file organization and another one is the heap file organization. Okay, so the main advantage of heap file organization is we can easily inserting the records into the particular organization, but we can't perform search at the same time modify. So that is not possible. So that why, because here we are not based upon to the unordered data items. Okay, so next one is the hash file. So hash file organization uses the computation of hash function on the some fields on the records. The hash function output determines the location of the disk block where the records to be placed. Okay, so nothing but here we are using some hash function. That hash function decides so where we are place the record in that particular organization. Okay. For example, if you observe here, R1 is placed in this particular location, R3 is placed in this location, okay, R4 is placed in this location. So when a record has to be received using the hash columns, then the address is generated and whole record is retrieved using the address. So in the same way, when a new record has to be inserted, the address is generated using hash key and the record is directly inserted. The same process is applied in the case of delete and update. In this method, there is no effort for searching and sorting the entire file. In this method, each record will be stored randomly in the memory. Okay. For example, if we want to insert R2 now, so based upon the hash function, so we are easily know about the location. So where we are placing that particular record. So based upon that location, we can easily insert that record. Okay. So in this type of way, we are just up to now we are discussing about the hash file organization, keep file organization, and the sequential file organization. Okay. In the next class, we try to discuss about the indexing. What is an indexing? Okay. So these are the important topics in the exam point of view. Please try to remember. Don't try to get confused. So if I'm having the chance in the next class, I will try to explain with one example. So how we are inserting the data items into the heap file and how we are inserting the data items into the hash file. Okay. So why? Because in the exam point of view, asking some type of questions with the examples. So better we try to practice some of the examples. Okay. In the next class, we will try to discuss about the indexing. So just I'm giving overall idea about file organization today. And another thing, B plus tree. Okay, what is a B plus tree? B plus tree is nothing but an ordered balanced binary search tree. So we can easily find out the required data item from the B plus tree, and we can easily insert and we can easily delete. So that is the one of the best way to accessing the data. In the same way, next one is file organization. So what is a file? File is nothing but a collection of records and how we are maintaining the records. So that is nothing but based upon the accessing. Some of the organizations based upon the sequential access, some of the organizations based upon the random access. Okay. So both are also having advantages and at the same time disadvantages also. So in the case of sequential file, we can easily insert the data items into that particular file organization, but we can't retrieve according to our requirements. So that is the problem. Okay. So in the next class, we will try to discuss about what is an indexing, what are the types of indexing. So why? Because so that is the most important. If you observe here, so this is the diagram. So here index means nothing but one of the keys used for to find out the our required data item. Okay, so that is nothing but indexing. Here we are using two types of indexings are there. So one is the primary indexing and another one is the secondary indexing and another one is the clustering indexing. So in the case of primary indexing, so nothing but directly points the address. So for example, if it is in the sequence, so if it is just from the sequence, but it can directly point that address. Okay. And another thing is in the secondary case. So here we are based upon to the another address. So this is same like as a so addressing modes. So I think you are studying into the computer organization. Okay. In the case of direct addressing mode, we are consider the direct address to retrieve our required data item. Okay. In the same way, in the case of indirect addressing, we are based upon to the one of the address that will be used for to giving the another address. Okay. So in the same way here also secondary index means nothing but we are based upon one index. That index will be giving another index. On that index, we are our required item is there. Okay. And another one is the clustering indexing. So nothing but here we are using group of columns. Okay. If you observe here, so this is the dense indexing. Dense. So why? Because these are maintained the sequence. Okay. Sparse index means nothing but not maintain a sequence. If you observe here, 10 is there, 30 is there, and 70 is there, but we are not mentioning the remaining one. Okay, in the case of secondary indexing, first of all, it will be giving one address. So that will be points to the one address, that will be points to the another address. Okay. So in the case of cluster index, so here, so this will be points some particular data block. So that will be having some other address. Okay. So in this type of way, we are based upon the different types of indexings are there. Okay. So if you're having any type of the doubts, you can ask me now. Otherwise, we will end the session today. Okay. And if you try to submit the assignment, So before the issuing the date, okay, please try to submit the assignments within the time. Okay, if you having any other doubts, you can contact me personally also. Okay, may I end my session now? Okay, thank you one and all. Have a nice day. Take care.